Hello, I'm James George, and this is Web Design Blog. And this week I'm going to show you how to embed Google Fonts on your website. This is nothing new. This has come around in the last few years. Just the ability to embed fonts on your website so you could have a better typographic experience for your viewers and visitors. And it really just, instead of the regular old Helvetica, Verdana, all those choices that you've always had, you have thousands of uh, web fonts out there that you could use. Google Fonts has a massive library of web fonts that you can embed on your website. And today I'm going to show you the quickest and easiest way to embed a Google font on your website. So if you just search Google Fonts, it'll come up, on Google, and you just click this, and this is what you'll come to. You'll come to, just like any other font website, you'll see previews of the fonts and just different, you can search via certain thickness, categories, slant width, just all kinds of stuff. And you can look through and say, well, I like Lily Script 1. This script font would be good for my site. Just really just depends on what you're looking for. One of my favorite fonts is Open Sans. And so if I do a search for it, you have Open Sans, and you have 10 styles, and you have Open Sans Condensed, and you have 3 styles. And so from here, you can take a look at just the different options you have available. You can add it to your collection. You can see all the styles if you click this button. So you can see the light, normal, semi-bold, bold, extra bold, and all the italic versions for those. And the same, it's for every font. You can preview the whole family, and so that's really nice when you want to look at it before you actually try to put it in there, because there's nothing worse than saying, oh, I'm gonna use this font, and you put it in your site and it looks terrible. Open Sans is a great choice because you have, I just like the regular one because you have all these variations, and it'll look really nice. Like you can mix the bold, the extra bold and the light for a really just contrasted typographic look. So once you're done, you can add it to your collection. And so if you click that, this little box comes up at the bottom. It says it's your collection. And so if you click use, this will show you how to embed this on your site. And so this little meter here is your page load meter, and it tells you how many fonts you can put on your site without affecting your page load speed. And if you're in the green, you're still good. If you start getting into orange and red, you're using too many fonts, and you really don't need that many. You should only ever really use the italic version of the font if you really need it. And so, if you go through and you could check all of these, and you're still you're at the very end of the green, but you can embed all 5 of these weights in there. Or if you don't really need the semi-bold, you can get rid of that, and it will reduce your page load time. And so once you've done that, it's really easy because it tells you, it says, hey, this is how you add this to your website. And so you have 3 different options. You have standard, which is their link. You have import, or at import, which is another way to do it. And then you have the JavaScript. And so if you want to just skip the JavaScript, I usually don't do the last 2. I just use the standard one. It's so easy to do, and it's just simple and easy, and you know, there's not a lot of uh, mess or anything to fuss around with. You just copy this line and you put it right after uh, the opening head tag in your site. So if you go to this is the super clean website template that I just shared with my Creative Beacon users. And I used Open Sans and I used these weights. And so it tells you the weights here. These are what you use for when you're calling the font in your CSS. And so you just paste that line and that's it. And so it's calling the font in your site. You want to do this in the head right after the opening head tag for all your pages, and you're done basically. Except for in your CSS, you basically want to go into your CSS. Now I know what I'm looking for. Okay, so if you go down where it starts talking about your header tags and all that stuff, where it says font family, you just put in Open Sans in parentheses, comma, and then your fallback fonts like Helvetica New, Helvetica, Helvetica Arial, and Sans Serif. And then you choose your font weight. And I chose a 900, which was, I believe, is the extra bold for um, super clean. But you can choose whatever you want. But this is just for all the headers to be um, extra bold and for them to be Open Sans first. And then if your browser for some reason can't render this or doesn't understand this, it will fall back on Helvetica New, Helvetica Arial, and then just Sans Serif. And so that way you can have what you want for the people who have the newer browsers, but you'll have the fallback for people who don't. And so it makes it really easy. You could say font style normal, font weight 900, 700, 400, 300, just basically whatever the weight is that was called in uh, this line right here, 400, 300, 800, 700. Those are your options. And so you do font family and then font weight, and that's how you specify. And that's it. It's really that simple. So in a matter of just a couple of minutes, you can implement Google Fonts on your website, and your site will look fantastic. Hope this is helpful to you guys. If you guys have any questions, post them in the comment section of Web Design Blog. I'm James George, and that's it for this week.